Well, hello everyone. I'm joined today by Louise Rood, and Louise is an international admissions officer with the international education team here at SLC. Welcome, Louise.
Hi, Shelley. Nice to be here with you today.
Louise, I'd like to go ahead and maybe ask you to give a little bit of an overview of the type of position that you have here at the college and what you do in support of international education.
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, I'm an international admissions officer. So that's sort of the biggest part of what I do is the admissions, which is really together with my team, evaluating and processing applications that we really get from all over the world. And I do that for the full-time programs at the tri-campus, Brockville, Cornwall, and Kingston. So we review and evaluate those applications to make sure that students meet the admission requirements as set out by the college. And once we've determined a student to be qualified, we can send them their letter of acceptance and help them through that process of getting started to come to Canada. And sort of the other part of what we do is more of like a technical or process side. Of course, getting the letter of acceptance is just the first step for our students. They need other types of documentation in order to apply for their study permits to travel. And then, of course, sometimes there are other aspects such as deferrals or requests for refunds that I would process. But the main part is really the first step for students who want to study in Canada and with St. Lawrence College to accept their applications, review them, and hopefully make them an offer so that they can become St. Lawrence College students.
Great. And so, I mean, with the pandemic, things have really changed, right? In terms of, it's been so difficult, I know, to try to think about how we could welcome international students when they're facing such barriers in terms of just getting their immigration sorted out, getting to Canada, which for some students is still an impossibility. So it sounds like you've got that really interesting blend of trying to get the technical part of the job right. And it's not just as easy as a student from Canada applying to the college, because that's much more of a straight line. It's much more involved in terms of making sure that the immigration status is correct and that the student meets those minimum requirements. So it is quite a process, isn't it, to get international students on board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see how many of them are really still motivated to come to Canada, even though they're facing so many additional challenges, especially this year. And I work with a really great team, and we all try to support the students from before they arrive until they get here, working closely with the recruitment team as well, so that our students are set up for success before they even come to Canada.
Yeah, so important not to lose sight of that. That's great. So the last thing I'll ask you is what motivates you in your work as an international educator? What would you say are the things, Louise, that give you the greatest pleasure about the work that you do in support of international education?
Well, I guess it's kind of twofold for me. On the one hand, I did move to Canada as a high school student. I moved with my family, and so I kind of firsthand know the ups and downs and the joy of moving to Canada, but also, it's difficult to move to a new country, start a new school, make new friends, don't have really all of the support that you're used to. But in the end, it was really great for me. And I really think of myself now, I am a Canadian citizen now, but I do think of myself as, sort of Canadian and but also as a global citizen. And I think that it's just, whether your motivation is to move to Canada or just to experience another culture, I've really enjoyed that in my personal life, traveling a lot. I taught English abroad as well for a year. And I think that's sort of like the background that motivates me. Because I got to experience that firsthand, and I think it's great that there are these opportunities for other students. And then secondfold, of course, I look at as students, I'm probably one of the first, maybe after the recruitment team, but one of the first people to see an application, and to actually see those students arriving and coming to our campuses. It's really just like a wonderful feeling, welcoming them, helping them get settled. And then, of course, I would say many people, when you ask them, what's your favorite day of the year, or what do you like most? It's to really see those students graduate, coming to St. Lawrence College, coming to the campus and maybe being uncertain or it's difficult, and then seeing how much students can grow and really build their education and their personal lives by the time that we reach graduation.
Right, right. Well, I think that that's amazing. I didn't know that you had that kind of global experience. I'm really glad that you shared that. And I think, I mean, that's just it. When you work in international education, if you've got that international experience, and if you yourself are an international student, you really can relate to those students that you're most trying to help, whether it's, navigating the system or just, navigating the application system as well, and how they accept their offer and all that sort of thing. Well, Louise,
Yeah.
thank you so much for talking to me today. It was lovely to see you again, and I hope that you have a great year. I know it's going to be a busy one as you try to get through processing as many applications as you can. But thank you for all the work that you do, and have a great day.
Thank you, Shelley.